Cars will make their way out to the front straightaway. Car IQ Heat Race number 1. Set to roll to the green like this on the pole out of Stockton, California. He is your current points leader with Evanta USAC West Coast Midgets. In the All-Pro Coatings SR11X bike chassis number 32, it's going to be Caden Sorali. Outside of him, you'll find Shane Golovic out of Fremont, California. The NOS Energy Southern Pacific Farms, Matt Wood Racing number 17W. Next row from the inside, it will be Carson Macedo out of Lemoore, California. Driver the complete parts and equipment, Tarleton & Sons Speedway Toyota King chassis number 99AU. And outside of him, it's going to be Hayden Reinbold. He's out of Gilbert, Arizona. The AME Electrical Pacific Valley Transportation Indy Race Parts, Stanton Spike, Reinbold, Unwood Motorsports number 19AZ. Dason Persley at Locust Grove, Oklahoma. The Evanta Windows and Doors, pristineauction.com. Toyota, CB Industries number 86. He'll go from 5th from 6th. Tonight's Honest Abe Roofing Quick Qualifier, Elk Grove, California. Driver the Durst Roto, Rooter, HendrickCars.com, FloRacing, EMI number 1K. It's Kyle Larson. Final row from the inside, Michael Facento out of Fresno, California. The Trico Construction, Esslinger Spike chassis number 68. And your final starter hails out of Fair Oaks, California. Driver the Pacific Valley Fire Protection, Scooter Shooter Chevrolet, Boss Chassis, MD Builders Incorporated number 45. This is Jake Morgan, as that'll be your scheduled lineup again for Car IQ Heat Race number 1 of 4 tonight with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. From what was supposed to be a Friday night to set up Saturday night format, with Mother Nature taking away last night, to a normal USAC qualifying and heat race procedure. So 6-car inversion into each one of your heat races. So Kyle Larson going to the outside of row number 3 in heat race number 1. Drake Edwards, who was second quick, he'll start 6th in heat race number 2. Kevin Thomas and Jacob Denny will round out the 6th-place starters. And we drop to the inside. That's where Dason Persley finds himself lining up at the inside of row number 3 here in heat race number 1 as your 5th fastest qualifier. Then CV will go to the inside. Then it is Kofoid and Day. So on and so forth up through the first 3 rows in each one of our heat races. Again, top 5 moving on. The 6 fastest qualifying drivers advancing on to the feature event will occupy the first 3 starting rows. Inverted heat race winners, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Of course, if one of the quick qualifying drivers comes up and steals away a heat race win, that shuffles the lineup. Fans tuning in on FloRacing. They're even tuning in from the deer stands. Got Joe Dooling checking in. He's up at the deer camp up in Illinois. Field set up behind the Toyota Racing Development Pace truck. Caden Sorali in the 32. Shane Golovic in the 17 on row number 1. Carson Macedo, Hayden Reinbold in row number 2. Dason Persley, Kyle Larson, row number 3. Michael Facento, Jake Morgan in row number 4. Toyota Racing Development Pace truck up the ramp, field ready to go. Caution lights are dark. The NOS Energy start can sitting at the exit at turn number 4. We go to green. Field going to dash up to turns 1 and 2. Shane Golovic going to take advantage of that outside front row starting spot. He will lead, slide it up, and slice it up for second. Oh, look out! Thought we were going to get one upside down. We just got him on 2 wheels, and everybody keeps rolling. Larson in the middle of that. Somehow saves it. Falling back as it's going to be Golovic leading. Macedo running in the 2nd spot. Then it'll be the 68 of Facento running in 3rd. Reinbold right now running in 4th. And Dason Persley currently sitting in the final transfer spot. Caution. Debris sitting over in turn number 4. Part of a rear bumper getting picked up by Rizzi. And that would be the bottom half of Larson's rear bumper. And Larson going to go ahead and turn up the ramp and head, see if he goes to the Indy Metal finishing work area or if he makes his way back to the trailer. And looks like Indy Metal finishing work area will be the destination. 60 seconds on the clock. So time has started in the Indy Metal finishing work area. Again, bottom side of the rear bumper picked up from the racetrack. Get a look at the replay here while all that started. Everybody getting into quite the gaggle here. And it started with Sorali a little sideways. Reinbold with nowhere to go, and everybody on the brakes. See, Macedo goes in. Good slide into turn number 3 up the racetrack. Sorali, the back of the car, starts to step out. He finds the rut. And Reinbold with nowhere to go, and unfortunately, the case for Larson and Pursley. And somehow everybody stays upright. So time just about running out in the in-the-metal finishing work area. 17W Shane Golobic leading. Quick check make that of live timing on race monitor. You'll notice it shows Shane Golobic at the back of the field. Reason being the transponder is not working on the number 17. That's why we say everything you see on race monitor and social media is unofficial. And this is why they line score these events in addition to electronic timing and scoring. So Golobic going to bring it back to green single file. Past the NOS Energy start can. 2 laps in, 8 to go. We're back underway. Macedo quickly going to look to the inside for the race lead. Couldn't get there. Golobic going to hold him off as they work off into turns 3 and 4. Both drivers protecting down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Still right there giving chase. Now going to pull up next to him. Can he make the pass in 1 and 2? Not quite. In fact, he's going to go in. The car's going to get tightened up. The racetrack goes Macedo. And Golobic says thank you very much. He's going to pull away. Battle behind him. Going on for the 3rd spot right now. Facento in the 68. Able to work by the 32 of Sorali. He'll fall back to 4th. Pursley now getting a run to the high side. He'll get his charge blocked by the 68. Goes to the bottom. He's looking for more here. Sits in the final transfer spot, but he's trying to get some insurance as they come around to the front straightaway. Driver trying to get by him right now is going to be Hayden Reinbold. Right now with lane blocked. Now he's going to look to the inside, finds room to run. He's got 1, he's got 2. He'll clip the coupon and see if he can hold on to it. Out the door he goes. 2 spots in hand and up into a transfer position. Goes the 19AZ as Golobic continues to lead the way. Into the closing laps we go. 3 remain this time as he comes around to the start-finish line. Carson Macedo still running in the 2nd spot. Caden Sorali running in 3rd. Hayden Reinbold and Michael Facento right now. Those are the drivers sitting in transfer spots. Pursley running in 6th. Jake Morgan running in 7th. Larson, unfortunately, not able to make it out to the Indy Metal finishing work area. Done in heat race competition. As they'll come around this time, the white flag going to fly. 1 more to go here in Car IQ heat race number 1 for Golobic. Working her for the final time, and it turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag's going to drop, and he'll start things off on the right foot. Shane Golobic picks up the win here in Car IQ heat race number 1. Transfer spot up for grabs at the line. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the NOS Matt Wood race at number 17W. Race fans, give him a hand, Shane Golobic. Golobic picking up the win. Macedo, Sorali, Reinbold, and Facento unofficially with the final transfer spot. Let's go down trackside.
Always one of the favorites when he rolls into Placerville Speedway. How about it, race fans? For Sugar, Shane Golobic, your winner of Car IQ Heat Race number 1. And Shane, you were a winner here with USAC Western States Midgets earlier in the season. And just as a whole, have so much experience here at Placerville Speedway. Have you ever been on a Placerville Speedway this wet, this technical, and this challenging?
Yeah, I mean, in all the years I've been here, I'm sure I've been on something similar to this. Just happy we're here, you know, hats off to Scott. I know he works really hard. Hopefully we can get this thing widened up and get it slick. My old self loves super slick, wide Placerville. If we can get that tonight, I'll be a happy camper, maybe by the end of 100 laps. But yeah, we got some work to do. We don't run these things a whole lot, but I know my NOS Energy guys are working really hard over there. We've got a couple more cars to try and get in the show and see what we can do.
Shane Golobic, as I said, always a favorite when he rolls into Placerville, but really anywhere in California. Brian, there's very few things in this state that he has not accomplished behind the wheel of a race car. And It's often forgotten, but he is an Indiana Midget Week champion back in 2017, so he definitely knows how to drive one of these midgets.
Indeed, thank you very much. As K1 Race Gear Heat Race number 2 files out to the Speedway. Driver of the pole, this 10-lap affair is going to be Cale Coons at Greencastle, Indiana. Drive the Curb Records, Coletta Charters, dueling Autosport Curb Genie number 63. Outside of him, the 97K, the driver out of Collinsville, Oklahoma. Driver the iBlock Toyota KKM Give Back Classic, Curb Genie number 97K, that'll be Cale Drake. Looking to your next row from the inside, it will be Cannon McIntosh. He's out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Driver the Mobile 1 TRD, Curb Records number 71K. And outside of him, Tanner Carrick. He's out of Lincoln, California. Driver the TRD Mobile 1, IBOC number 98. Logan Seavey, the McVeigh Trucking, Highland, Stanton Spike, Abacus Racing, Indy Custom Stone number 57. He'll go for the 5th starting spot. Outside of him, that's going to be Drake Edwards out of Peoria, Arizona. The Avante Windows and Doors, PristineAuction.com. Petty Performance number 83. Final row from the inside, it'll be Gunnar Setzer to Columbus, Indiana. The Midwest 2 Mills, Stanton, Link Chassis number 43. And your final starter scheduled to be Anthony Bruno out of San Jose, California. Driver the National Towing Esslinger Spike Chassis. Team 1 Industries at KPR Racing number 9. As that'll be your scheduled lineup again for K1 Race Gear Heat Race number 2. Drivers going to get a quick crack of the throttle here and make their way around to the Toyota Racing Development Pace Truck. Cale Drake in the 97K. Outside row number 1. 4 heat race wins on the season. Cale Coons in the 63. Picking up 5 feature wins this year. 3 of those coming to the On the State Roofing Lincoln Park Speedway in Putnamville in June, August. Circle City with the Midwest 410s in September, and then Kokomo in October. Goes from the pole position, his Hangtown 100 debut. 16 starts on the season, a trio of top 10s. These are 2025. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Cars Kokomo Smackdown Rookie of the Year. McIntosh in the 71, Carrick in the 98 in row number 2, Seavey, Edwards, row number 3, Setzer and Bruno. In row number 4, Toyota Racing Development Pace Truck up the ramp. We're set to go. This time at the NOS Energy start can there at the exit of turn number 4. Field off and running. They'll find the back straightaway. Cale Coons quickly up at the top of the racetrack at the exit turn number 2. Takes it low and brings her wide over at the turns 3 and 4. He'll lead lap number 1. The IBOC number 97K right now running in the 2nd spot. Cannon McIntosh with Tanner Carrick and Logan Seavey. Those 5 drivers all sitting in transfer spots right now. Drake Edwards in the 83. Trying to pick up just 1 to lock it into the show. Currently on the outside looking in right now. Gunnar Setzer and Anthony Bruno currently running out your running order. Coons trying to get up and run away, and so far he's doing a good job of it. Half a straightaway advantage over the 97K of Cale Drake. A little bit of a bobble there at the exit turn number 4 for the Mobile 1 number 71K of Cannon McIntosh. Gets it back underneath him, holds off the charge of Tanner Carrick. Logan Seavey in the meantime chasing them in that 5th position. Coons' his advantage starting to wane a little bit. Had a half a straightaway. Now it's down to just a handful of carlings here. As Cale Drake getting the rubber band wound up with the number 97, closed in quickly, bobbled a little bit that time through turns 1 and 2. The car tied up to the cushion over the exit turn number 4. Advantage still to the Coletta Charters dueling Autosport Curb Genie number 63. 5 in with 5 to go here in K1 Race Gear Heat Race number 2. Now make it 4 to go. Cale Coons coming around the fastest lap of the race so far for him, an 11.944. Cale Drake still lurking behind him, trying to look for room to run here as they come around to the near side of the racetrack. Cannon McIntosh still running in 3rd. Tanner Carrick, Logan Seavey still holding on to the final transfer spot. In the McVeigh truck at number 57. Drake Edwards, Gunnar Setzer, and Anthony Bruno continuing to round out your running order. White flag coming next time, and Cale Drake finding some speed, and he's got the run to the back straightaway. Does he have enough, though, to get by? Lab coat's going to fly. Cale Coons has got company. Cale Drake getting things figured out here. Rolls up onto the back bumper of your race leader. Does he take a shot into turn number 3? He does. Slide job for the race lead. However, the caution going to negate that one. Drake Edwards spin into a stop at the high side of turn number 2. Caution giveth and it taketh. Gail Drake lining it up and timing the slide job into 3 and 4, only to find the caution coming out. That'll put Cale Coons back up to the top spot. See if we can get the 83 fired as they go lights out. Edwards going to scurry around to the back of the field. They'll clear the racetrack and we'll be ready to go this time at the exit turn number 4, single file again through the NOS Energy start can. Green and white will be displayed together. Heat races and semi-feature. It can be a one-lap shootout in the feature event. It must be a green-white checkered as we get back after it. Does this open the door for anybody else? Ooh, my. Gail Drake getting her up on the right side tires there into turns 1 and 2. Tries to run to the inside into 3 off of turn number 4. Checkered flag and the wheel stand from Cale Coons. He's going to hold on to it. Gail Drake in second. Tanner Carrick nips third. Cannon McIntosh and Logan Seavey unofficially, those five drivers moving on into your feature event. But your winner in that one out of Greencastle, Indiana, driver of the Curb Records, Coletta Charters, dueling Autosport Curb Package number 63. Race fans, give him a hand at Cale Coons. Gail Drake, Tanner Carrick, Cannon McIntosh, Logan Seavey, those 5 drivers onto the feature event. Let's go down trackside.
Our K1 race skier winner for tonight is Cale Coons. It was a battle for the Cales. Now, Cale, following that restart, knowing Gail Drake was so close to you, how defensive were you having to get?
I don't know. It was pretty one lane, so I knew if I could get a good enough restart there, then I'd be all right. But yeah, definitely got bailed out with that caution. I think he was faster than us. I just kept getting really tight. But yeah, hopefully we get the rest of the night in tonight.
That is Cale Coons taking your K1 race gear Heat 2 win for the night.
Thank you very much. USACgear.com heat race number 3. Going to make its way out to the racing surface. And the driver on the pole, this one's out of Auckland, New Zealand. Driver of the Smart Machine Tool, Dave.com. Number 31 is going to be Michael Pickens. Outside of him, it'll be Santino Ferrucci out of Woodbury, Connecticut. Driver of the Webco Engineering. Foyt Winery Museum, Stanton Spike Chassis, Abacus Racing, number 16. Jake Andriani out of Castro Valley, California. The Hothead Engine Heaters, Esslinger BB7 powered 00. Going to go for the inside of run number 2. Outside of him, it'll be Steven Snyder Jr. He's out of Rising Sun, Maryland. Driver of the RMS Racing, EnviroFast, Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis, number 4. Third row for the inside, rather. Buddy Copefoyd at Pine Grove, California. The Bubble 1 TRD, Speedway Total Link Chassis, number 71. And outside of him, it'll be Kevin Thomas Jr. to Coleman, Alabama. The Acrosil Metalloid 1, Four Kings Racing, number 14. The 14 Junior, that is going to be Connor Spear. He's out of Fillmore, California. Driver of the Channel Island Flooring, Stanton Spike, number 14, JR. And your final starter is Dane Culver out of Riverside, California. The Royal Purple Eibach, Brecka Chassis, number 50. As that'll be your scheduled lineup again for USACgear.com heat race number 3. Let's check in with Drake.
Thank you so much, Brian. Got 2 updates on drivers here in our 3rd heat race of the evening. We'll start off with Buddy Copefoyd. He's set to roll from the inside of row number 3. The team didn't really let us on to what the issue was, but we do know that Buddy Copefoyd was complaining of a tight condition, so the Keith Coons Curb Packaging team have freed him up a little bit here, get him a little bit better here for USACgear.com heat race number 3. Also wanted to update the situation on Dane Culver. This is a backup car, but they were able to make the swap to this backup car before he took his 1 lap at the end during Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. And this car, pretty bare bones, didn't even have the seat in it earlier today, so they had to mount that seat to get him out for Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. He rolls from shotgun on the field.
Thank you very much. Remember I said they're tuning in from all over the place? They're even tuning in from Germany. John Sawyer checking in. Checking in from Nuremberg. Not too shabby. Don't forget, there's blankets available down at the USAC merchandise trailer. They are going quick. Brooke actually texting up here and saying they are going in a hurry. So it's going to be a little chilly, so you might want to go down and grab one of those blankets so you can keep warm here this evening. Of course, during the summer, it's a great way to cushion the seat. Field set to go to green. Pickens in the Dave.com number 31. And Ferrucci in the Webco number 16. Row number 1, passing NOS Energy start can. We're underway. Oh my, Pickens, the car tied up at the racetrack. That's going to cost him from 1st to 5th and trying to hold on to that. Andriani trying to get to his inside. They'll slice it up for the race slate. Here comes the 4 of Steven Snyder Jr. Doing the 5Ds of dodgeball and making his way up to the front of this one. Snyder from fourth to first. KTJ working up into second from the sixth starting spot. Buddy Kofoid right now running in third. Ferrucci in fourth, and Andriotti currently holding the final transfer spot at the feature event. Heat race number 2, won by a driver making his Hangtown 100 debut, and Steven Snyder Jr. trying to add his name to that list. As they'll go side by side for the fourth spot onto the back straightaway. Andriotti down to the inside of the 16 of Santino. Can he hold on to it? He does. The Webco number 16 right now holding on to the fourth spot as Steven Snyder Jr. leads the way. You might have company, though. Kevin Thomas Jr. said earlier he really likes this racetrack, and it's showing here. Started 6th. He's up to second. Closing to try to challenge here. Took a peek to the inside. Nothing happening for him. They're still side by side for that fourth spot. Santino, Ferrucci able to hold on to the position so far. The 00. Jake Andriotti still right there coming after him. Dane Culver, Michael Pickens, Connor Spear currently running out your running order. As we start to work into the closing laps, it'll be 3 to go this time for the EnviroFab RMS Valco Wheels Water Supply number 4 machine. You had Kevin Thomas breathing down his neck just a couple laps ago. Now he has put some distance between himself and the Four Kings Racing number 14. White flag coming next time. As we've got steamed Hoosiers at both ends of the racetrack here, you'll see it just light the hides and the steam pouring off of them as they make their way off of turn number 4. Buddy Kofoid trying to close in on Kevin Thomas Jr. here in the closing laps. Problems for Pickens, the Dave.com number 31, down on the apron of the racetrack. He's out of the way, and the checker flag is out for Steven Snyder Jr. Snyder picking up the win. Kevin Thomas Jr. in second. Buddy Kofoid, Santino Ferrucci, and Jake Andriotti. Unofficially, the 5 drivers moving on into your feature event. Dane Culver, Connor Spear, and Michael Pickens. Problems on the final lap. He hit down to the infield. He'll unofficially round out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, at a Rising Sun Maryland League RMS Racing EnviroFab, number 4 race fans, give him a hand, Steven Snyder Jr. down to Drake.
For the 6th time this season, Steven Snyder Jr. is a heat race winner with the NOS Energy Drink USAC National Midget Championship. I know this is his favorite part right here, is figuring out how to get the glasses and the head sock off. Steven, one of the many new racetracks you'll see on the Golden State Invasion Tour this year for the USAC National Midgets, but at RMS Racing, they have won here before with Justin Grant. How helpful is that going into tonight to learn a new racetrack with a team that has had success here in the past?
Well, it's a different crew chief. You know, our notes are way different than Justin's. It's kind of just me and Lacey just doing our thing. You know, the car's kind of really well. You know, I feel really comfortable around here. You know, hopefully the rain can hold off. And I want to say hi to Dave back home watching. You know, I'm pretty sure he's pumped up after that. And I want to say hi to my girlfriend and my parents.
Steven Snyder Jr., the only new track, Brian, he won't be going to on the Golden State Invasion is Plaza Park coming up this Tuesday. So a lot of learning ahead for the Maryland driver this week.
Indeed, thank you very much. Cookout Heat Race number 4 out to the Speedway, and the driver that's on the pole is from right down the road in Ione, California. Driver the NOS Energy Drink, PristineAuction.com, Mobile 1, CB Industries, number 87. It's going to be Justin Grant next to him. The Matt Wood Racing, NOS Energy, Lippitt Construction, Hamilton Racing, number 57W out of Yuba City, California. That is Landon Brooks. Next row from the inside, he comes to you out of Roseville, California. Driver the NOS Energy Ultra Shield Matt Wood Racing, Spike Stanton, number 27W. That'll be Colby Copeland. And outside of him, Gavin Miller out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. The Sound Gear TRD Mobile 1, KKM Kerbagajanian, number 97. Corey Day, inside of your next row, he's out of Clovis, Clovis, driver the Jet Fitness. Bob Worth Mopar Triple X, Sander Engineering, number 4K. And next to him, Jacob Denny. Denny's out of Galloway, Ohio, driver the JBL Audio TRD Mobile 1, KKM Kerbagajanian, number 67. Final starter is slated to be the Dave.com number 31B out of Anaheim, California. That'll be Jake Swanson, as that'll be your lineup here for Cookout Heat Race number 4. Again, 10 times around, looking for 5 more to move on directly into your feature event. BCRA Lightning Sprint Heat Race action coming up after this. We'll run one of their heats. Then we'll come back with our Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature event. We'll run the second Lightning Sprint Heat Race. Then we'll go into the Hangtown 100. So a little change in the running order. So it'll be a quick turnaround for the drivers to get ready for the Elliott's Custom Trailers Carts semi-feature event. Again, we'll have one of our Lightning Sprint Heat races following this. We'll come into the semi, the second Lightning Sprint Heat race, then we'll go into the Hangtown 100. Field pacing the Toyota Racing Development pace truck around to the near side of the racetrack. Again, Justin Grant, Landon Brooks for number 1, Colby Copeland, Gavin Miller for number 2, Corey Day, Jacob Denny for number 3, Jake Swanson by himself in run number 4. Grant, the winner of the 2021 Hangtown 100, a 4th place finish in 2023. He was 5th in prelim competition. We'll see what the 2-time USAC National and 2-time Silver Crown champion can do. Round of the front straightaway through the NOS Energy start can. We're underway. What we can do is go caution. We got one parked over in turn number 1, the JBL number 67 of Jacob Denny. Going to bring us under yellow. Grant flirting with danger there a little bit. He was just about a split second too quick taking off, so officials reminding him. There's the NOS Energy start can in turn number 4. And that is where you need to be side by side, ready to go. Quick replay here on FloRacing, and a right rear meet left front. They'll slow down the frame rate. See the 31B on the inside. Looks like he found the slime, and the car just shot up the racetrack. As again, that entrance to number 1 still a little finicky here. Despite the contact, looks like everybody able to refire. They'll shuffle things up a little bit. And we'll try it again. Again, 10 times around. Cookout heat race number 4. Set to go back to green. Round of the NOS Energy start can, and they are jocking things up. And oh my, we just about pogo sticked one over in turn number 2. That was a 27W landing hard. Colby Copeland, everybody fighting quickly at the front of the field. Got old Sean in the dirt. Checking in here. He specifically asked, I refer to him as Sean in the dirt. Something about that same last name and possibly because, I don't know. It's no, really good guy. Get a look at the FloRacing replay here and everybody getting in on the binders. A few of them tight, a few of them loose. And it all winds up with the 27W going airborne. He drops to the back of the field. We try it again. Clean start and a clean run to the back straight. We'll see if we can hold on to it here to get lap 1 of the books. It's going to be Grant leading the way. Cooks the right rear up to the cushion. He's got it on lap number 1. Landon Brooks right now running in that 2nd spot. Corey Day in the meantime running in 3rd. Battle for the 4th position. Gavin Miller opening the race with a caution, trying to fight his way forward. Or excuse me, Jacob Denny. It was Gavin Miller who had problems with his rear end earlier. And the JBL number 67 up into a transfer spot here. He rides in 4th. He will drop Miller back to 5th as Grant continues to hold on to the race lead. Corey Day trying to get that Bobworth Mopar wound up and coming after your leader. He's going to duck low into 3. Can he have the grip at a turn number 4? Finds a little bit of a rut, gets the car upset. Gets the FK Sanders number 4 back underneath them and doesn't lose much ground to Justin Grant. Landon Brooks in the meantime still running in 3rd. He's got Jacob Denny breathing down his neck right now. Pair of battles, 1st through 4th up for grabs. It's still Justin Grant in the NOS Energy number 87. Grant leads. Corey Day got her all kinds of sideways that time in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Opens the door for the 67 of Jacob Denny as Landon Brooks had to get on the binders in a big way. The JBL number 67 coming around for the 3rd spot now. Brooks back to 4th. Gavin Miller still running out your fine transferring drivers. Grant that time not quite up to the cushion through 3 and 4. More through the middle as he takes it back to the high side over in turns 1 and 2. He'll come around this time to 2 laps remaining. It is Grant in 87. Day in 4. Denny in 67. Brooks, Miller, Copeland, and Swanson running out your running order. White flag coming for your leader, Justin Grant. Just a few laps ago, he had Corey Day breathing down his neck. Now he's got about a half a straightaway on him, and Day's about to have company here into the final 2 turns. We'll see if he can hold on to second as the checker flag is going to drop in this one. Justin Grant gets the job done here in Cookout Heat Race number 4. Corey Day in second, Jacob Denny, Landon Brooks, and Gavin Miller. Those 5 drivers unofficially moving on into your feature event. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he comes to you out of Ione, California. Driven the NOS Energy, PrestineAuction.com, Speedway, Toyota, Spike, Mobile One, CB Industries, number 87. Race fans, give him a hand, Justin Grant. Corey Day, Jacob Denny, Landon Brooks, Gavin Miller, they're going on to the feature event. Colby Copeland, Jake Swanson into the semi-feature event. Let's go down to Genevieve.
Well, he is a past winner here at the Hangtown 100 is Justin Grant taking that Cookout Heat Race 4. Now, quite a few cautions, giving you some time to really think about those restarts. How are you approaching them, given you had quite a few?
Yeah, I'm better off when I don't have enough time to think usually, but no, just trying. It was really, really important to be the first guy into turn 1 there, and fortunately we messed it up a couple times, but made it count on the one that counted.
Justin Grant taking that Cookout Heat Race 4 win for the night.
Thank you very much. USAC Heat Races in the books. Shane Golubic, winner in Car IQ Heat Race number 1. Cale Coons at K1 Heat Race number 2. Steven Steiner Jr. in USACgear.com Heat Race number 3. And now Justin Grant, winner in Cookout Heat Race number 4. Lightning Sprints next on the card. Again, a change on the running order. We will have 1 heat race of our Lightning Sprints. We'll come back with the Elliott's Custom Trailers Kart semi-feature event. Our 2nd heat race for the Lightning Sprints. And then the Hangtown 100 going to make its way out to the racetrack. Gary, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brian Holbert. A little change here on the Lightning Sprint heats. We're also going to go 6 laps the distance for each of these heats. Lineup for the opening stanza, 72 Mike Shriver will be on the pole alongside the 62 of Marshall Sexton. Row 2 to the inside, 22 Jason Shostag. He'll go alongside this year's BCRA champion Greg Dennett in the 47. Third row, 35 junior Dakota Albright, and the 9, your fast qualifier Scott Kenny out of Citrus Heights. Fourth row,